And this is Ilhan Omar
speaking to Columbia University President Manu Shafiq.
Yes. Break that down.
My colleagues asked you, have you seen anti-Muslim protests on campus?
I have seen, we have had pro-Israeli demonstrations on campus.
No.
But
just
not
a protest that was against Muslims.
No, I have
you
not
seen one against Arabs?
No, I have not.
Have you seen one against Palestinians?
No, I have not.
Have you seen one against Jewish people? Have you seen a protest saying we are against Jewish people?
No, I have seen.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. There has been a rise in targeting and harassment against anti-war protesters because it's been pro-war and anti-war protesters is what it seems like, correct?
Correct. There has been.
Thank you. Activists on campus, including Jewish students, Black and Brown, Arab and Muslim students. How many of the organizations that were canceled in Columbia involved Jewish students?
One of the organizations is called Jewish Voices for Peace.
Yes. And it encompassed of Jewish students?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was
can just real fast
a masterful performance by Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. Yes.
Can I do a celebratory cultural large up for Ilhan Omar?
Sure. All right then. I don't know if that was, but I think a question.
Okay, like whose celebratory culture?
Oh. She said not black people.
All Muslims do that.
She said.
I just want clarification.
She said not. She said not black people. That was some other.
No, there's a whole bunch of Africans that do that.
It's a joke. I'm just messing with you. I'm
two in a row.
Oh. Whoa.
Well, I do know he's not African.
Oh. How can you tell, Miracle?
Because he said he is.
Does he have an identifying
Asiatic
quality?
The Supreme Asiatic Intelligently Divine?
Is there a quality?
Because he doesn't claim that.
I know, I'm messing with you.
I can't. Supreme Afro-Asiatic Intelligently Divine. Is that
They'll
better?
be adding words
Wow,
now.
wow. So listen.
I'm just trying to understand because I thought he was going to say something like in Arabic.
Yeah.
You know, and I just wanted to make sure.
Totally different.
You know, because I ask questions.
Yes.
I inquire. You know, like what you're supposed to do on a college campus.
Absolutely.
You know,
Oh, okay.
I engage.
So now you're trying to shame me for not going to university. Is that what
No,
you're doing?
I'm actually trying
So that's
to
what you're trying to do, okay.
I directly ask you what you meant. Now, how you feel about the fact that you did not go to college is nothing to do with what I said. You can go to college tomorrow. There's nothing stopping you from applying to go to college right now. What I was saying,
she said, not stopping you from going to that community college, brother.
What I was modeling was what's supposed to happen at college campuses. Is that something happens, you inquire, you find an answer.
I gave you the answer.
And you get engaged and you move on.
You weren't satisfied with the answer.
I didn't say I was or was not satisfied with the answer.
She just asked.
Your implementation alluded to the fact that there was a disapproving tone in your response.
Call NYPD on me now?
What?
We're going to call the police?
Who's going on? Wow.
Do you want me to tear gas? Is that a problem?
Wow.
Jeez, man.
Is my protest a problem?
This is how you can tell she's in a Trump camp. These are Trump level responses right here.
You are giving very
You have been media trained so well by MAGA. MAGA Miracle is on full display right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, okay.
I was just asking.
Can I call a call to order? Hey.
No, what I was saying was.
Call to order. But no, I have a question for you, Miracle, before you go.
I just wanted to finish. Because I was saying, instead of, arresting these students, that you could have allowed them to ask questions.
1,000%.
Very true.
But clearly, you know, the police corner over there isn't ready to have a conversation. So I was just,
listen, I'm a lot
maybe like
man not knowing
amplifying why sometimes people.
She said you got navy blue on, brother.
Now you know what we doing over here on this side.
We know. And for those that don't know,
Blue Lives Matter over here.
Oh, no, don't do that. Man like Gargamel and that. Yo, don't do that.
Now, for those that don't know, Farouk is on record as saying he loves crime. So
thank you.
That's
plenty times.
Plenty
Defend
times.
your bestie.
So look.
Love crime. I'm gonna say it again. Love crime.
Okay, calm down. So look, now I want to ask you this, Miracle, because you're right. And Columbia University was, I believe, one of the first to suspend the Jewish Voices for Peace a group on their campus, as well as I think Student Justice for Palestine as well was suspended. And so in some circles, right? people are classifying these protests as anti-Semitic, right? Because these are, people are calling them pro-Palestinian. I don't know if I would necessarily use that word pro-Palestinian. More so, I think like what Ilhan said, they're anti-war. Yeah. They're saying we don't want our tax dollars to kill any more people.
But isn't that a funny correlation that they're drawing?
It's
to
an
be
interesting,
anti-war, you have to be pro-Palestinian.
It's an interesting correlation. So I just wanted to ask Miracle, because I think one of the narratives that has been going around, and which is why these presidents were being brought before campus, were that these campuses were becoming unsafe places for Jewish students, even though, like Ilhan mentioned, one of the organizations that was suspended was a Jewish organization, that was Jewish Voices for Peace. So can you just talk to like are there anti-Semitic undertones to these protests, or are these simply anti-war protests, many of which encompass a lot of Jewish students that are anti-war as well?
These are anti-war protests that are modeled after the activities in the 1960s and 70s that were going against the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
However, there are levels to protest, right? For some Jewish individuals who are direct descendants of the Holocaust, who have been taught that words are meant to inflame violence against Jewish people.
Correct.
They see any type of wording, organization, protest against Israel as wholly being anti-Semitic.
Right.
And so that is the undertones to what is happening and going on. There is also an issue of, traditionally in American discourse, Palestinians, Arabs, and Muslims were not the people that people traditionally saw as victims or worth fighting for, right? If you think about our movies, it's either the Russians or the Muslims who are always the bad people.
Right.
Like on TV, when we're talking about like international issues, right? And so seeing people across the country rise up and say, we do not want to see dead Palestinians, has been a problem. But within this movement, people have talked about what's going on in the Congo,
right,
what's going on in Sudan. We've talked about what's going on in Afghanistan,
right,
what's going on in China, what's going on in Russia. It is a legitimate anti-war movement, an anti-war moment. And the problem is that a lot of folks are so invested in war and violence. And the reason why this is taking over the universities, even like here in Pittsburgh, they just started their own encampment, is we did not know that our schools are investing in Israeli bonds.
Right.
We did not know that our schools are invested in creating surveillance that is used to track Palestinians and murder them.
Right.
We did not know that our universities are hiring people that create these weapons that find new and innovative ways to kill people. And
right,
so folks are saying like this, we got to stop. This is like too much. But for some Jewish folks, when they hear anything against Israel, they automatically deem it anti-Semitic.
Right.
And for a lot of these conservatives who are far right provocateurs who have been looking for any way and any means to shut down colleges, to incarcerate Black and brown folks, they're using this divide to say, oh my gosh, this is anti-Semitic, and as a result, we need the police or the National Guard or some other policing entity to arrest folks.
Right.
And so that's what we've been dealing with for the past 7 months.